So you're going to want to give yourself quite a bit of working room, just like I'm doing so here. Your focus will be the bottom of the t-shirt, so make sure that that's the space you've given yourself. And so your first instructions will be to cut the bottom of the t-shirt and the front and the back. So you're going to measure about 20 centimeters or 8 inches from the bottom, which is what I'm going to do. So here, just got to find it on my ruler. And the front and the back of the t-shirt should be thick enough that you can't see daylight through it. Now, I don't show this in the video, but I already did this prior. And something to note is that for this step and the next steps, you may need to adjust your cut measurements based on the size of the t-shirt you're using. I'm just using a medium shirt here, and it's a little bit big, so I did need to adjust my measurements, so just keep that in mind. And so now I'm just cutting along, and ideally once I'm done this step, I will just have the bottom of the t-shirt to work with. Now you don't need the top of the t-shirt, so you can just put that to the side. And now with this fabric, you're gonna make, here I was just pointing out that it's a little bit uneven, my cut, so depending if you're picky about that, you can make your own extra cuts if needed. But what I'm doing here is I'm just measuring 20 centimeters in, and I'm also giving myself a centimeter of width at least between the bottom and where I'm going to be cutting. And this is because these will become your strings for tying your face mask around your head. So make sure that you do leave yourself some space. And again, I'm going to cut 2 horizontal lines, 20 centimeters in. And because of the size of the t-shirt, I did later on need to make this change. I needed to cut in a little bit more. And so I'm just cutting along those 20 centimeters there. And what you'll see here is that I just have a little bit of space, and so I'm just checking my measurements again just to make sure that I cut the right amount. And now what you're going to do is you're going to cut out a panel of 5 centimeters from the larger piece of the fabric, making a vertical cut. So I'm just marking my 5 centimeters in here, and again, if you're using inches, this is 2 inches. And so again, I'm just making a second one just so that it's easier for me to know, because I'm not a very good cutter, and so I kind of need something to tell me twice apparently. And so I'm just going to cut along that vertical line there, and then I'm going to discard that fabric as well, and that'll leave you with a bit of a C shape. And then I'm just cutting in half so that those little pieces, so now I have 4 strings to work with, which is what you'll need when you go to tie it around your head. And the next step is to lay your face mask flat and open up all of your edges. So here I am folding over the fabric. So now I have 2 layers of my mask, and now I'm folding over my 3rd layer. So that's 3 layers, which is what your face mask should be. Again, we are using a fabric that you can't see daylight through. So I have 1, I have 2, and I have 3 layers. So now for the exciting part, I'm going to put my face mask on. So I'm just going to start with the top first, and then I'm going to tie at the bottom. This is just preference. You can do it the other way around. So I'm just tying a bow here. You're welcome to do a knot, whatever is easiest for you. Also notice that I've placed it on my face so that the mask is above my ears and it's running along my cheeks. And now I'm just gonna fold the bottom. Before, make sure it's above your ears and it runs along your cheeks and it's covering your nose most importantly. And thank you for watching.